Board of Directors of the Chicago Foundation for Women and co-chair of today's luncheon with my good friends Gail and Lauren. And many of you know me from the past two luncheons as Cynthia's mother. And in fact, I can be walking down the street and a number of you who I know by sight and many of you not by name will say, "How's Cynthia?" Not "Hello, how are you?" but "How's Cynthia?" And I have stood up here before and I've talked about, actually I've argued for why we should follow Cynthia's lead and do as much as we can for the needs of the Chicago Foundation for Chicago Foundation for Women. Aha! Chicago Foundation for Cynthia. Now you wonder why I'm board chair, huh? See, they gave me all these straight lines and I thought, what am I supposed to do? I have nothing funny to say, so I get to start off as a goofball. So, all right, I get to take it all back in. But anyway, the last couple of years I have talked about Cynthia. I've talked about her charitable inclinations, which started when she was very little. And I have talked about her as she's grown up over the years. And so I don't have to answer every one of you when we're getting our cars or on the street as to what is she up to now. I can tell you that Cynthia is in her third year of college, and she has been admitted to early admission to a medical school program at Mount Sinai Medical School in New York called Medicine and the Humanities. And she sends her best to everybody. In fact, she called me this morning and it reminded me to do that. And also reminded me that her birthday is tomorrow and that her charitable birthday gift is going to the Chicago Foundation for Women today. So, and we're here today because we do have a unique connection to the Chicago Foundation for Women. And what we do here is we provide a connection between need, money, and solutions. And our grants encourage girls to build their capacities and math and science, and we saw on the screen Project Exploration. That's one of our grantees. We've also support the efforts of immigrant women to make their homes safe from domestic violence. And we have a number of grantees that do that, but one in particular is the Arab American Action Network. Also, we give grants to make certain that poor women and transgender people can obtain gynecological care through the Chicago Women's Health Center. And that's just a few. You're going to hear from others of our grantees shortly about what they do, and you're going to see some very exciting programs. We're really a source of hope and promise for women and girls in this entire Chicago region. But for CFW to make our grants, you know what we need. We need you. We need our donors. We need big-hearted companies, concerned foundations, and individuals like you, both women and men, and there are some brave-hearted men out there, who recognize the need to assure that women and girls are safe from violence. They have access to adequate health care and have the tools they need for economic security. Whether you're new to CFW or you've been part of our family for years, I know that you share our vision. Look around the room. Well, not as many as 2,000 this year, but we're going to count on that next year, who care deeply about the opportunities that are available to women and girls in our city. People who put their money where their hearts are. All of you are part of CFW's success and part of our future. And that's our theme for this year's luncheon, Inspired by the Future. Now, the recession is officially over. How do you like that? That is supposed to be a straight line. But the women and girls with whom we're concerned surely don't think so. Since the so-called recovery began 2 years ago, women's unemployment has actually gone up. And I know that these are not easy times for anyone, but let's think about some of the following statistics. Since June of 2009, men have gained 984,000 jobs. Women have lost 345,000. 1 in 5 women doesn't have any health insurance. And if we look at the Latina women in Chicago, nearly 1 in 3 does not have health insurance. The census tells us that women's poverty hit an all-time high. And if we look at Chicago, more than 44% of single mothers are in poverty. And 1 out of 3 poor families in Chicago with children are headed by single women. Now, CFW is working to change this situation. We're a grant maker, but we're much more. We fund research and advocacy programs that influence the policymakers so that they think about women's needs when they're designing and voting on programs. We foster women's leadership through our training and our outreach programs, including our 5 leadership councils. And we help support and train those individuals who on a daily basis will work with the women and girls in our city who need the most. With your help, the Chicago Foundation for Women is able to create a future in which all women and girls live in safe, just, and healthy conditions. Now, to tell you more about how to do this, and will continue to do this, I'm going to turn the microphone over to our President and CEO, K. Sujatha. Now, you might think that Sujatha's new to CFW, having joined us in January. But Sujatha's neither new to CFW nor to the Chicago communities that we serve. In the late 1990s, she left a successful engineering career to pursue a dream of community service. She became the executive director of Apnagar, our home. Yes, one of our first and one of our longest running grantees. And she volunteered at CFW to serve on our grant making committee, and she saw what efforts we put into making every single grant that we do. And in addition to her deep experience in the Chicago philanthropic community and her understanding of the needs of our women and girls, Sujatha brings to us her management skills as an MBA. So in the 9 months that Sujatha's been our president and our CEO, she's proven herself to be the right person at the right time for the foundation. Now, it's impossible to be inspired by the future without somebody like Sujatha who could be leading CFW into the future. And we are looking for her to help us find new ways to make sure that the women and girls in our city have the resources that they need to realize their full potential. And I'm honored to present Sujatha.